It's gone viral on YouTube. Cristina Scuccia appeared last month on the Italian version of The Voice, a popular TV show in which contestants sing in blind auditions. The judges sit with their backs to the hopefuls, only hearing their voices. If they approve the singer's advancement in the competition, they press a buzzer and immediately spin round to see the singer for the first time. Cristina had barely begun her rendition of Alicia Keys' No One when the audience leapt to their feet and roared in support. One after another, the four judges, themselves all celebrity singers, pushed their buzzers and spun around. You can imagine their surprise, I suggest you look at it for yourself on YouTube, at seeing a 25-year-old, fully habited, glasses-wearing Ursuline sister of the Holy Family, veiled and in sensible shoes. After assuring them she truly was a nun, she said, "I came here because I have a gift, and I want to share that gift. I'm here to evangelise." When asked about what the Vatican thought of her performing on stage, she said she didn't know, but there might be a call from the Pope at any moment. Why did she have such an effect? My guess is that it wasn't just her voice or her habit, but also her humble personality. She's happy in her own skin and happier still in God. She's a living example of Pope Francis's call to all Catholics at this time to be missionary disciples who draw others to God by attraction, by magnetism. To evangelise, we must be happy ourselves. Proclaiming the capital G good news won't work if it's not evident we've received good news in our own lives. What does it mean to have such happiness? In those years where there's no International World Youth Day, the popes have asked us to celebrate it with equal faith, if a little less pizzazz, on Palm Sunday. The greatest World Youth Day in history wasn't with a groovy Argentinian pope in Rio, or a brilliant German pope in Sydney, or a soon-to-be sainted Polish pope in Rome. No, the greatest World Youth Day in history was with a Jewish man hailed as king, even though he was riding a donkey rather than a limo, as he came into Jerusalem, with the young people waving their palms and flags and singing ancient Near Eastern pop songs. Though today's officially the 29th World Youth Day, you might say we've been waving World Youth Day palms around for nearly 2,000 years. And in his message for today, Pope Francis reflects on our 2 millennia-long search. As St. Augustine famously said in his Confessions, our hearts are restless. We are always thirsting for happiness. We often look for happiness in all the wrong places. In our Passion Gospel that we just heard, Judas thought he would get happiness for 30 pieces of silver. The apostles had so many drinks, they just wanted to sleep and fight. The authorities thought a show trial would win them the approval of the emperor and of the crowds. The soldiers wanted a bit of fun, humiliating and torturing a poor Jewish guy. Sex, money, drugs, technology, power, all are counterfeits for happiness. To be happy, Pope Francis says to us today, we must say no to the quick fix, the momentary buzz, the welcome distraction. No to an ephemeral, superficial, throwaway culture. These things only leave us empty inside and can damage us and others. So what is the secret to happiness? We all imagine it's a complicated thing, like some spell with lots of secret ingredients. The secret to happiness is one ingredient only: Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the resurrection and the life. The young St. Gus looked high and low for happiness, and in the end he realised that our hearts will only find rest when they rest in God. Christ, the God-man on a pony, is our way to the Blessed Trinity. That's why he emptied himself and assumed the condition of a slave. That's why he humbled himself to riding a donkey and ultimately a cross, to bring us true happiness, to join our hearts to God's. And how do we respond? Like Suor Christina, we might use our gifts to evangelise, to give Christ to our suffering world. By becoming poor ourselves like Christ, saying no to the latest gadget or fashion, and yes with all our heart like Mary, so that we become imitators of Christ, his happy storytellers, his living gospels. Through him, with him, and in him. Happiness through Jesus Christ. Happiness with Jesus Christ. Happiness in Jesus Christ.